Love is an ideal thing, marriage a real thing. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. On a day when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you're traveling on the wrong path. For your peace of mind, don't let people know too much about you. Knowing when to mind your own business and when to speak up is a life lesson that takes time, but once you know when to react or retract, life flows much more smoothly. He who dares not offend cannot be honest. Life is not lost by dying. Life is lost minute by minute, day by dragging day, in all the thousand small uncaring ways. Do every act of your life as if it were the very last act of your life. You make the best decisions when in pain, because fear of experiencing the same pain again is the strongest motivator. If it is important to you, you will find a way, not an excuse. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Do not cling to any one person, not even your most beloved. Every person is a prison and also a hiding place. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was ending, he turned into a butterfly. Good things do not come to those who wait. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. The days that you don't want to do anything are the days that you need to do the most. I never change. I simply become more myself. Let others' actions speak for them. People will show you far more than they will tell you. Don't awaken love if you don't intend to reciprocate. There are two ways to do things, right and again. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than one you're capable of living. Find something you love, something you can lean on, something that will keep you going. Buy real estate, land, anything you can afford. Whatever you do, winning isn't everything, but you always win if you're satisfied that you put in the best performance you could. Life gets better when health becomes your first priority. Never let yourself become completely dependent on anyone. Always be able to support yourself financially, mentally, and physically. Never take someone's feelings for granted. You never know how much courage they took to share them. It is a common fault of men not to reckon on storms and fair weather. There is no more hopeless slavery than the slavery of those slaves who consider themselves free from fetters. Fools stand on their island of opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land, there is no other life but this. You meet every single person for a reason. Just let it be. If it's meant to be, it will happen. As we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. Once you are born in this world, you are old enough to die. Life gives you lots of chances to screw up, which means you have just as many chances to get it right. Don't raise your voice. Improve your argument. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. Sometimes when something tragic or heartbreaking happens, you never truly get over it or move on. You just learn to live with it. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. That which cannot be cured with medicine is cured with a knife. That which is not cured by the knife is cured by red-hot iron. That which cannot be cured by red-hot iron should be considered incurable. Just because you're good at keeping other people's secrets, it doesn't mean that they will do the same for you. Whatever is causing you worry or pain right now won't cause you worry or pain forever. Things change with time, and it will pass. Many people are good at talking about what they are doing, but in fact do little. Others do a lot, but don't talk about it. They are the ones who make a community live. Good people always marry wrong people because they see the good in everyone, even when it's not reciprocated. Normality is a paved road. It's comfortable to walk, but no flowers grow on it. It's your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life's story will develop. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. The happiest people don't have the best of everything. They just make the best of everything they have. Forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for your peace of mind. Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. Don't be afraid to stand for what you believe in, even if that means standing alone. Push yourself to be your best. No one else is going to do it for you. The worst part of success is trying to find someone who is happy for you. Be aware of people who are in your circle, but not in your corner. If you don't clear your misunderstanding in time, They become the reason for distance forever. There are moments when you see someone for the last time and don't even realize it. Don't call it a dream. Call it a plan. Hard work doesn't always guarantee success, but laziness almost certainly guarantees failure. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. If you don't try, nothing will ever happen. At the end of the day, let there be no excuses, no explanations, no regrets. Kindness is a language everyone understands. Time always contains an opportunity. You have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Don't worry about what people say behind your back. They are the people who are always finding faults in your life, instead of fixing the faults in their own life. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. Sometimes which choice you make is not as important as making a choice and committing to it. There is loneliness in this world so great that you see it in the slow movement of a clock's hand. Be loyal or stay single. That's simple. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. Make more moves and fewer announcements. Don't be afraid to do things by yourself. Waiting for other people will cause you to miss out on some wonderful things in life. To give out someone else's secret is a betrayal. To give out yours is stupidity. You have to be where you are to get where you need to go. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Women find the men attractive who can make them laugh. Your true friends become apparent when you're at your lowest. People often confuse stress with responsibility. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Everyone leaves. Learn how to survive alone. Be that self that one is. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, "I'm possible." A truly rich man is one whose children run into his arms when his hands are empty. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Get rid of the desire to have when now. I feel like I am among people who are going to live forever. At least that is how they act. Fear is not a good teacher. The lessons of fear are quickly forgotten. It's not worth killing yourself over a company that'll replace you in 2 days if you're gone. Don't compare the behind the scenes of your life to someone else's highlight reel. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. You must be big enough to admit your mistakes, smart enough to learn from them, and strong enough to correct them. Life is a shipwreck, but we must not forget to sing in the lifeboats. You can easily judge a man's character by how he treats those who can do nothing for him. Our greatest battles are that with our own minds. Fear limits most people throughout their lives and permeates through all of their decisions. Do your best to control it, overcome it, and revel when you defeat it. Don't share your personal life with anyone. Character consists of what you do on the 3rd and 4th tries. Your struggle is part of your story. Don't give up. There is nothing more unbearable than idleness. Write injuries in dust, benefits in marble. Don't react. Cut them off silently. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The man who has no life is the slave of his surroundings. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Great hearts are ejected by narrow doors. We are like chameleons. We take our hue and the color of our moral character from those who are around us. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. Watch your words. They become your actions. Accept our own thoughts. There is nothing absolutely in our power. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. It protects your time and priorities. You can fall in love more than once. Sometimes carrying on, just carrying on, is a superhuman achievement. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. These things are not asking to be judged by you. Leave them alone. Don't do anything you feel you'd have to lie about later. If you put them on a pedestal, they will have no choice but to look down on you. Knowledge about life is one thing. Effective occupation of a place in life, with its dynamic current passing through your being, is another. Love is a melody that plays in your heart. Not every cloud which darkens the day brings rain. Problems are solved not by giving new information, but by arranging what we have known for long. History is a bath of blood. A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom, for it is only when he is alone that he is really free. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by selfish impulses, to kick against fate in the present, and to mistrust the future. The foolish man thinks he will live forever if he keeps away from fighting, but old age won't grant him a truce, even if the spears do. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Don't react in anger immediately. Wait for it to subside. Adversity introduces a man to himself. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would be doing it. The hard is what makes it great. Believe half of what you see and don't believe anything you hear. Often, the lies that are believed become the truth. Only a coward waits to be taken like a lamb from the fold or a fox from a trap. Life doesn't require that we be the best, only that we try our best. Success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life. It's about what you inspire others to do. Sometimes you have to let go of something good to make room for something better. What makes you unique is what makes you attractive. Moving on is hard, but often the best decision. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. Adventure may hurt you, but monotony will kill you. Keep your mouth shut whenever you're happy. The best things are yet to come. What we know is a drop. What we don't know is an ocean. I would rather be a swineherd understood by the swine than a poet misunderstood by men. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. You are stronger than you think. You have gotten through every bad day in your life, and you are undefeated. It took a long time, but I have learned that you just can't take anything you want out of life without putting something back in exchange. It is impossible to love and be wise. Life is an experiment in which you may fail or succeed. Explore more, expect less. A friend standing behind is worse than an enemy standing in front. We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. Don't use time or words carelessly. Neither can be retrieved. Do your best and trust the process. Kindness without honesty is manipulation. Your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. You will never see the great things ahead of you if you keep looking at the bad things behind you. Except for our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power. Breathe life into that person. Character is much easier kept than recovered. Life is really simple, but men insist on making it complicated. Women wish to be loved not because they are pretty, good, well-bred, graceful, or intelligent, but because they are themselves. Remember, no effort that we make to attain something beautiful is ever lost. The ship is safe in the harbor, but that's not what ships are made for. Wake up with determination. Go to bed with satisfaction. Your life improves once you realize no one cares except yourself. Forgive yourself for your faults and your mistakes and move on. Anything you dream is fiction, and anything you accomplish is science. The whole history of mankind is nothing but science fiction. Therefore, do not deceive yourself. Of all deceivers, fear most yourself. In this life, you don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself. Taking money never gets boring. Giving money gets boring quickly. Some will call you stubborn. Others will call you strong. But regardless of what they say, if you know deep down that what you're doing is the right and just think their opinions shouldn't matter. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. If you need music on the beach, you're missing the point. Things change with time, and it will pass. Men habitually use only a small part of the power which they actually possess. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.